What's going on, guys? It is WelshDragonDSG here. I'm back to another Blackburn Rovers Career Mode. Guys, I've got a cracking episode lined up for you today. The transfer window does open this episode, and today I'm going to be setting out my ambition of what I want to do with the actual club. It opens the moment I sim, and what we want to do throughout the next 31 days. So we're going to be getting all into that today. Make sure you hit that like button. Do not forget to subscribe as well. And before I go ahead, I want to ask you all guys' opinion. There is a link in the description where I would like you to all go vote on this. And basically, it's whether we do Season 5 with Blackburn Rovers. Right, I'm very tempted to actually not do it. If we win the Champions League, there is no need for us to actually be at Blackburn Rovers. We have basically there's no need for us to be here. So there is a couple of things that we could potentially do. So what I want to show you is actually what teams there are currently on offer that we could go to. So we could go to Arsenal, we could go to Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Manchester United, Southampton, Spurs, Leicester, Bayern Munich we could potentially go to. Dortmund I would love to go to. That would be an absolute quality team to go to. And then we could potentially go to Bayer Leverkusen. They're the teams that are currently lurking at the moment. All within the German league, actually, the foreign teams. But what it is, I want to know, do you want to do Season 5 with Blackburn Rovers, even if we win the Champions League, or should we transfer teams to any team whatsoever? We probably will end up leaving the Premier League. We will leave the Premier League, but we will go to a foreign team. So let me know in the comment section below, guys, what do you think we should do? And also vote on the poll that I put in the description. Make sure you go vote there. It's basically a simple one. It's basically saying, do we do Season 5 with Blackburn, or don't we do Season 5 with Blackburn? So we'll have to see what we can do in the near future. So let me know in the comment section below, what do you think? I just thinking if we win the Champions League, there is no need, because at the moment we're on course for actually winning everything. And what I would like to do for the next 5 months, 6 months of this season is set the team up with a very, very good team. So basically maybe consider getting another transfer takeover, and then sign in some very high quality players to leave this side with. Only one or two, or even not do that. Just make sure we focus on leaving this side with a very good all contract sorted and everything before we leave. So let me know in the comment section below what you want to do. Okay, so this transfer window, we don't have much budget at the moment, but we are looking to sell 1 or 2 players. We do currently only have around 5 million. We're going to have to be changing this. It's going to go down to about 3, I would say. There we go, about 3.8 million, something like that. So what I'm actually going to do, we want to try and bring in, can I say that? No. We want to try and bring Roas back. Right, that's one of the big things, because we really didn't want to sell Roas. It was suddenly, it's like, oh, we're going to sell him without your permission, basically. And that's not what I wanted, and he automatically sold. So I was quite gutted on that. So I really want to try and bring the player back into the side. He is a left wing, and we have got a good left winger with Balassi, but we do need a replacement one. So I'm thinking we do bring Roas back, because he was our captain and he is my favourite player on FIFA. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to have a quick look at our shortlist, because I'm going to put an offer in straight away for him to make sure that nothing goes wrong right now. Let's have a look. We do have a massive shortlist going on from when we were trying to sign players like Pedro and stuff, but we did end up bringing in oh, we can't sign him just yet. Damn it. I thought after 6 months we might be able to sign. We might have to wait until like further in the transfer window to actually be able to sign him. Just because it's a first year and he didn't leave until transfer deadline day. So we might not be able to sign him until on transfer deadline day. So that's going to be interesting. He is only valued at 2.9 million. So we should be able to sign him. But he's got a massive wage compared to when he was with us. He's got 50 grand wage basically when he comes back. So I think Pedro... Oh, he's on 110. Rojo's basically the same wage. So, yeah, that's going to be one of our main aims. Unfortunately, we can't put a bid in from today. But this is what we want to do with our side. This is what I want to try and sort out for the future transfer, during this next transfer window, where we need to improve. So, at the moment, we are sorted with our strikers. We are sorted with our camp position. We've got Kichi, we've got Columba, we've got Edwards. We've also got Barkley as well, who was unfortunately injured. He went out banned. He's now at 89 rating. Our CDM is kind of sorted. We could do with another replacement. Bakayoko and Gardner, two very good players. Maybe a player which is kind of in between, like maybe 77 rated, something like that, or a very high rated CDM. It's one or the other. I'm not sure how we're going to do that yet. But Bakayoko is such a good defense CDM. I don't want to replace him. So probably a player either a little less rating than Gardner. Well, actually, if we go less rating than Gardner, we might well start going with our youth players. But we'll probably go in between, something like that. So we want to improve the CDM role. Left side, we want to bring Roas back and possibly another left mid, a higher rated player over Balassi. We also need to bring in another left back, a lower rated than Declan John, quite possibly, or even a higher rated than Declan John. Both would be perfect, but Declan John's currently our captain, so I kind of don't want him being replaced right now. Oxford and Semedo are doing quite well at the moment, so I am replacing the defence, and I'm not going to be replacing my right back, because I think our right back is fine, because we've got Winter, who's 6'2", he's good. Naby, who's very good as well, in those right back positions. Possibly maybe bring in a more known player, but other than that, I don't think we actually will. And then on the right hand side, we do only have Moore at the moment, or we signed at the start of the season, and then we do have Andros Townsend. I don't think we need to replace that right-hand side at all. One, because we got Fier, who's currently 72 rated. He's a very, very good player for us. And also then we got Townsend, who's 81. Moore is going very well at the moment. He is naturally a right mid. And he's got 4-star skills. So I'm not particularly going to be dropping him. I want to make sure that he's solid in that lineup. Striker wise, we're all fine. Midfield, we're basically fine having the CDM. So there's going to be 1 or 2 changes that I will consider making. For example, whatever will be on our shortlist. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to compile a list of players that I think will be good for our team, and I'm going to see what we can do from left mids to CDMs to left backs, and that's it. Yeah. Maybe a centre back, I don't know. No, right back, another right back. Okay, right. So I'm going to show you my shortlist. I compiled a shortlist that have quite a lot of CDMs, left backs, and also we do have 1 or 2 left wingers in there and right mids. Just for replacement. So we're going to see whether we can actually sign quite a lot of these players, because we want to kind of bring in maybe two I would say is kind of main priority. Like the CDM, I think. Well, I don't know if CDM is more important. Like the left mid's quite important, and I think the left back is Declan John. We haven't got a replacement for him, so we do need that. So in the left back position, one of the players I was looking to bring in was, of course, that's right, Quetta, which I don't really want to sign. We sign him on a pre-contract for next season, but I don't think I'll do that. We are looking to try and sign this guy. He's 23 years old, but his stats are absolutely insane. So he is loan listed, and we could sign him at the end of his contract, but we're going to see what Real Madrid do when they come back to us. Like his balance is good, his pace is good, his jumping is good, his sprint speed is very good, stamina's above 80, his agility is up there, which is very vitally important. So quickly his defending. Where's his for a left back? It doesn't really matter whether he's defending that much. It is important, of course. Long marking is only 60 odd rated. His dribble is not too good. Sliding tackle is only 70 odd rated. So this guy's probably around 70 rated, something down those lines, I would actually say. And then he's a good replacement for Declan John, I would say, to be honest. So we have got quite a lot of CDMs going on. We got this guy as well, a possible replacement for Bakayoko, and then for Gardner. And then we got Gears, which is one on the opposite scale to where we were going with the price tag. He isn't the fastest, but he is a very good player, and he's got distance shooters, crossing, free kick specialist. Absolutely perfect for our team. He is only 5'11" now, which is not too good in my opinion for a CDM. We got a lot more. We got Corfu, which is more of an older player at 26 years old. Diawara at 22. Pele. I only put him in there because his name is Pele. That's literally the only reason why. Another player, one for Barcelona, Kamuchu, I don't know. But anyway, he's 84 rated, 18 million, will cost us quite a bit. We got a few more from La Liga. Luis Augusto, 32 years old. He is 82, but he would be a very good, experienced player that we could bring in. We are kind of wasting money on him though. But Nzonzi is one of the best CDMs I've ever used. I have him in a Dortmund career mode, and he's absolutely solid. So possibly we end up bringing him in for 13 million as well. Honestly, that's such a bargain for the player. He's 6'3". He's basically another Bakayoko, just an older version. So it'd be a very good signing for us. Right mids as well. We've got Berami, a few players that we did try to sign. S-Wine, Green as well. So a lot of players we won't necessarily be signing, but we did look into it last season. Now left mids, Alonso is another player we could potentially bring in as well for 10 million. It's quite a hefty budget because he is 29 years old. He's not exactly cheap. He's got a high wage. We'll consider that. Januzaj only 24 years old. Do we consider bringing him in over Roas? Do we spend our extra 20 odd million? I don't know. Victor Moses as well was another player that we looked bring in. Nasru was another one because he's cheaper on wage, but he is older. But Pedro, Walcott, and then we got Mato Roas, which is another player which I really, really want to bring into our team. Bring him back. His form is not good, but I love him. He's one of my favourite players on FIFA. And then we have, I think that's it. That is basically the team, the players that we are looking to sign. So a lot of them are CDMs, and only one particular left back that I really want to try and bring in. I got feeling it's going to be quite cheap. And to be honest, my two main players I really want to sign is this guy, this left back, and Marco Roas. If I'm honest, if I can bring in a CDM, for example, maybe in Zonzi, I think it's probably the best bet. I know he's 31 years old. Investing in these guys would be a lot better, but I've used him in career mode. He's 6'3". I think only Julian is he's the only next one who's taller. He's 6'1". So it just makes me think 30 million, 31 years old, extra 5 years. Yes, we'll get 5 seasons. Probably got 2-3 seasons out of Nzonzi, and he would do brilliant for us. But he's so good. He's 6'3", so it'd be absolute seal the deal with him. Probably end up paying about 15 million or something like that for him. But it's an absolute solid signing it could be, because that would not our rating up quite a bit. We'd have a decent left back, a very good CDM then, even though Bakayoko was already very good. But it's just filling up, like, packing the team up now, and then we can offload a load of rubbish in the summer so people start playing more often. But anyway, guys, I want to say that is the end of this episode. A little update, basically a lead in what we're going to be going into this transfer window. And in the next episode, we will be going back to playing games. It's basically just an opener to explain what's going on. We're going to be playing 4 games, possibly 5. Next episode, we've got West Ham, Swansea, Watford, Bristol. We may end up playing Manchester City. No, I don't think we will. We'll just end up playing our 4, and then we'll have a 3-game one there. With Bristol City, with Man City, Man United, and Bristol City. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this episode. I hope you all did enjoy it. We've set the basis now, and I want you to, in the comment section below, to tell me what we should do with Season 5. Do we stay with Blackburn Rovers for one more season, wrap it up at Season 5, or do we move on in Season 5? Do we go somewhere else within the same save? I do not know. Let me know in the comment section below. We'll wait and see. We're currently 4 points clear at the top of the table with 1 loss, 4 draws, 13 wins, 25 goal difference, 8 goals against us. We're still below 10. If I can keep below 10, that's the aim. If I can get keep below 15 for the season, that would be absolutely cracking. But anyway, guys, I want to say thanks for watching. My name is WelshDragonDSG. Do not forget to subscribe and follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. I do it for the love, yes I do. So you don't care about the money, well yes it's true. And I'm so blessed to be fulfilling my destiny. All material things could mean less to me. Only thing I ever could need is a Sarah B sample with a dope ass beat. And get the mic check, all the levels.